I chose to go ahead and do ATCs. I love ATCs. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I just love ATCs. And the quote to inspire us today is creative people color outside the lines. That is our inspirational quote. So I am going to be doing a little bit of coloring outside the lines of the little paper dolls I have here. I'm going to be doing some distressing of those. So that is my inspiration behind the project today. So as you can see, I have my elements here, and I went ahead and added the crackle paste. I used the Deco Art crackle paste, and I added this on for Friday night because I know crackle paste takes quite some time to dry. Actually, it took overnight. Let me put it that way. I added the crackle and left it overnight, and they were ready the next morning. So, and in order to get the cracks, like some of these have a little more cracks than others because I added a little bit thicker of a coat of crackle paste. Well, as you can see, the crackles on this one are a lot larger and bigger than they are on this one. So, but then it takes a lot longer. So it's, yeah. So I went ahead and got that done for you guys because we'd be sitting here for hours, like a day. So in order to do that. So this is what I'm going to be making today. Thank you guys for joining me. Whoever all is here, thank you for joining. I'm going to go ahead and get started because we're going to try to keep this under an hour for sure, an hour at very most. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. The ATC, these are wooden ATCs from Prima Marketing. I don't know if they make them anymore, but I think you can still buy them like on scrapbook.com or something like that. I personally have gotten all of mine from My Rusty Crown, the online shop, so that's where I've gotten all of my wooden ATCs. So those are the ATCs that I'm using today. But I do have my general composition and layout ready, so we're going to basically just go ahead and start coloring and adding our colors here. So I do have a link in the description box, but I'm going to have Mr. Caden share the link to the Nomadic Soul Diaries challenge on Instagram. So you do have a link available there. I think he's going to share it soon, and then he might share it a little bit later in the video as well. So for my background color for the ATCs that are going to have the brown colors, I'm going to use the Glimmer spray, and this color is called Deep Forest. These are by Tattered Angels, which I don't know if you can purchase these anymore. I know that the company did close, I think, a year or more ago. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I bought a lot of mine, honestly. I bought a lot of mine at Tuesday morning. So, I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't buy them right off the store. So, and then for the ones with the green flowers, I'm going to be using this spray. It is called, oh no, I can't see it. I cannot see that very well. Delicious Gold or something gold. So it's a gold color. What's up?
People say hello. Red Panda says hi. Miss Eva Sam says hi. And New Neka says hello.
Hello. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. I know it's a weird time for me, right? I normally am going in at the evening hours, but thank you so much for coming in and saying hello, everybody. Really appreciate your support. It means more than words can say, honestly. It really does.
Docs Kamines is here too, saying hi.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Well, it's morning time over here. I know it's actually probably nighttime in a lot of other areas. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and use a paintbrush with these. I'm not going to spray. So I'm just going to basically paint straight onto the ATC. Because for one thing, I don't want to. I want to make sure that the cracks are still going to be visible. I don't want to lose my cracks. Let's put it that way. And I can tell you from experience that if you use acrylic paint, like a real thick kind of acrylic paint, you will start to lose the cracks in your project. So just keep that in mind whenever you do go to use crackle paste. I made that mistake one time. I think it was the Impasto paint, actually from Finnabair. I think I used the Impasto paint, and I lost a lot of my lines because the Impasto paint went into the cracks, and yeah, so just FYI on that, a little tip with using crackle paste. So there's that one, and I'm going to go ahead and do this one too. Got a little sticky on the back there, but it'll cover up, no worries. How's everybody doing today? Everybody doing okay? How's the quarantine treating everyone? I know some people are probably going a little mad, huh? I know a lot of people are kind of, they enjoy going out and, seeing crowds of people. I know my husband and I enjoy, we are people watchers. We're not creepy, don't worry. I'm not trying to say we're creepy, but I mean, people are interesting, aren't they?
Miss Gabby says, hello all, lovely greetings from Germany.
Oh, hey, Germany! Woo, shout out to Germany.
Yes.
And then I'm going to get a different brush because I don't want the brown to seep into the green I have here. I know I'm doing it opposite because my brown flowers are over here, but don't worry, I won't get it mixed up when I go to lay everything down. I'm using this color because on the challenge color palette, there is like this really dark green kind of blue color, and I thought it actually worked out pretty well. It's actually a little more blue than I wanted, honestly. That's actually a little more blue than I wanted. I see on a different piece of paper it looked a little more green. So maybe I will have to get a different color because that's coming off a little weird.
Miss Teresa said, good morning from Wisconsin. Are you painting with tattered angels? Question mark.
Yes, I am. I am painting with tattered angels. The first color was this gold color. But then as you see here, when I first used it the other day, it looked a little more like that dark green, rich blue color originally. But now I'm not so sure. See, as artists, you never know. We do make, we're not perfect. We have to go with the flow sometimes. So this time I'm going to be using Lindy's Gang. Yay, Nuneka, Lindy's Gang. I do have some Lindy's Gang. This is going to be the freaky Frankenlime, I believe is what it says. Freaky Frankenlime. So I'm wondering how well, I wonder if it'll interact with this and actually make kind of a cool color. I wonder if it will. It might actually be kind of cool now that I'm looking at it. I do like that. So what I'm going to do, improvise. I am going to color all of it with the blue color, the bluish looking color first, and then I'm going to go over it with the green because I think that turned out really kind of cool actually to mix those two colors together. That's pretty stinking cool, I gotta say. I'm learning something here with you guys. That's really kind of neat. I hope you guys can see that. That's a really cool color. So,
sorry.
No, go ahead, buddy.
Miss Teresa said, does it maintain the shimmer? We're artists. What possibly could be a mistake?
Right? You're absolutely...
Creativity and motion.
You're absolutely right. You know what? With the crackle paste on top, or with the crackle paste underneath, I don't think the shimmer is really coming across. I'm going to be honest with you. Based off of the golden looking one here, I don't really see a lot of shimmer. I see a little bit of shimmer, but it's very light, if that makes sense. Like, it's hard to see the shimmer. That's a good question, though. That's a great question. I appreciate you asking that question. It's a really good question. All right, so now that I've got my blue down, my bluish color, I don't know, it was weird. When I was playing with it the other night, it seemed to come across a little bit more green, but, whatever, it works. So now I'm going to go over that with the Freaky Frankenlime Lindy's Gang green and kind of mix the colors together. I think that turned out really kind of cool. I think it looks awesome, actually. And I've taken a tip from Nuneka. She usually always uses her brushes with her Lindy sprays. So, yeah, and I think that is a better effect because then you do get to put it where you want to put the paint instead of spraying it and it goes kind of wherever it wants to go, wherever the spray radius is. So I do like that tip. So that's not my tip. I'm not going to steal, not going to take that. I got that from watching Nuneka's videos. So
Miss Teresa said, if there isn't much shimmer, could it be because it's sitting? Maybe it's settling?
it could be. It could be. I did shake the bottles a little bit before I started applying the paint onto them. But honestly, I have a feeling it's the crackle paste. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. But I don't know. It could very well be. You could be right. Could be because it was settling. See that at the bottom, a lot of that shimmer did kind of settle at the bottom. And whenever you do go to mix your sprays, make sure that you don't like tilt your bottle like up and down. I know from one of Nuneka's videos because the mica powder that sets at the bottom of your bottle will actually get into the spray and it'll clog it. I do have a few sprays that they're not sprayable anymore, and I've even tried to clean them, and it hasn't worked.
Miss Nuneka says yes. That way you get more control on the color and they last much longer.
They do last much longer. Oh my gosh, you're so right about that.
She said with the crackle paste you'll see less shimmer.
Yeah, see, that's what I was. Yeah, I was like, I don't see a lot of. I mean, there is some shimmer, guys, but it's not nearly as intense. Now, I will say with the Lindy's Gang compared to the Tattered Angels Gang, I mean, it's going to be hard to see on a video. I have to take some close-up pictures. But the Lindy's Gang shimmer is coming across better than the Tattered Angel shimmer. So there is that tip. I don't know if maybe the mica powder that they used at Lindy's Gang is maybe a little more intense. I'm not real sure. So there's an FYI for that too, because I do see the shimmer coming across a lot better on these two than I do these two. So just a little FYI there.
Miss Teresa says, looks great though. I have several that I clogged back when they first came out. Ooh. Nellie said, hey!
Hey, Miss Nellie! What's up? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Woo-hoo! All right. I'm getting started here. Getting started. All right, I've got these little guys. So now what we're going to do is we're going to, I guess I can go ahead and get my little molds. And by the way, everyone, I am opening a store. The store will be open tomorrow. Everything will be set to go tomorrow morning, or at midnight. Let's just put it that way. I'm going to be doing molds, and then eventually I'm going to be doing some stencils. I am looking into the stencil material. I was doing some research on that last night because I don't want to buy like the really thin stencil material, basically. So I've been doing some research on that because I do mixed media, so I want to make sure that the stencil is going to last, So I'm thinking of 10 mil, basically. I did some research on that one, and it seems like it's going to be really sturdy. So I am opening a shop at, yes. Oh, I didn't tell you what I was using. For these two, I am using the aged brass wax on these ones. And then for this one, I'm going to be using the redesigned wax called Element for this other one. So that way, each ATC is a little different on its own by itself. So that's what I'm doing here. That was the aged brass. And now this one, I haven't used it much, obviously. I've mostly, when I have used it, I've used what's on the lid. So I haven't touched this part at all. By the way, it smells like lemons. I don't know how these guys do it. Like, I don't know how they do it. But their products just smell out of this world amazing. I love it. I love it. Does anyone have any questions or anything so far? Go ahead, bud.
I don't know how to pronounce his name. Dysgla. Dysgla? I don't know, but she said, or they said, hi.
Hey, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, thank you. It means a lot. I appreciate all of you. If you have any questions, just put it in the chat, and Mr. Caden will shoot the question on over to me, and I can answer it real quick. What?
I said the Q. Like,
the Q, shoo shoo. So I'm just putting some of that wax on top of the two molds I have. All right. So that wax goes here with these. All right. And then I have the two waxes. I have this one. I have Lucky Emerald. And then the green that I'm going to add to the other two molds. This one, I will tell you, it doesn't look green, right? It doesn't. It doesn't. But this green actually reacts so much better on a black. I found that out just by practicing with it. It is crazy the difference that you see when you put it on black versus white. When it's on white, it doesn't look green at all, really, in my opinion. When I first put it on white, I first started playing with it, I was like, what is this? I was like, I thought it was supposed to be green, because green is like, it's in the title, right? Well, I quickly found out it has to go on black. It's one of those waxes, you have to put it on black. And you can see how it is green. Now, it is a light green, but it is green nonetheless.
The same person said, "Are you doing ATCs?"
Yes, I am altering some wooden ATCs today. I know it looks like a lot. There's 4 of them, but they're going to be really quick. We're already like a big portion through them right now, so it looks like a lot, but trust me, it'll be okay. It'll all work out. So now I'm going to be using this other green, Lucky Emerald, and I'm going to be adding that one to my other 2 molds and distressing those. So each ATC is a little different. I didn't want all 4 of them to be the same. I wanted them to all be unique, all on their own, each ATC. So they are all going to be unique. I really like that green. It just comes across so beautifully. I love that green. As you can see, it is a lot darker than that green. I hope you can see it. Kind of. It kind of comes across
like
a little.
Shine in the light
rather than like the super color. I don't know. Maybe I can put it up really close. Maybe they can see the difference. I'm not sure. But there is a difference in them.
It's not focused. That's all right.
It's not focusing. Is it down here though?
Yeah, it was down there.
Okay. At least we got that going for us, right?
Yeah.
So now I'm going to use this wax on this wing here. And we are like a good portion into this. I wanted to make sure that this live didn't, last a long time. Get her done. Get her done. So then there's that green, that wax that goes here with that one. And this one goes with this one. Just so that way you guys know the difference. I can go ahead and I guess start putting my lids back on, huh?
I guess.
So that way they don't, have any damage or whatever. I don't know. So now we're going to go ahead and distress the edges of the paper dolls because we are coloring outside the lines today. So this is the Distress ink by Tim Holtz that I'm going to be using for a couple of the dolls that are going to be going on the green side. So yeah. so the colors stand out for you. So Rusty Hinge, here we go. Just lightly go across the edges. You really don't want to get, yeah, a lot of color all over the doll. So I'm just lightly going across the edges of it. Did you want to say something, buddy?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, you don't need to be sorry. Stop saying sorry.
I need to know how to pronounce your name because I don't want to ruin it, but I'm going to go with Gisla. Said, I love the green waxes.
I know the waxes in general are just awesome. I will say it seems like let's see, the Opal Magic ones, I don't know, in my experience, they seem to interact with the black colors a little better. I hope that makes sense. Certain waxes act a little differently with white and black. So,
Miss Gabby said, did you do the frames with molds?
yes, yes, those frames are molds. And I believe all of these are going to be on, yeah, all of these are going to be in the shop as well. So those are available. I just know there's a lot of people who like the look of using acrylic molds, but they don't so much enjoy the process of making them, if that makes sense. It can be very messy and time consuming. And yeah, so I thought it'd be a good idea to offer that.
Miss Teresa Lilly said, the Holtz people are great.
The what?
Holtz people are great.
Oh, I know. Tim Holtz. I love a lot of his products. Now, we'll say the distress sprays, though. I know I was talking with Miss Nellie about this the other day. With mixed media projects, like if you're doing canvas, that green's not really showing up on that doll. It's not showing up. With the distress sprays, unfortunately, they don't like to dry, if that makes any sense to you. I hope it does. They don't like to dry. So, like, I have a project I made about 2 years ago, right? And when I touch the canvas in certain areas, some of the color comes off onto my finger. So if you can just imagine, like, 2-year-old project and the paint is still coming off, that's, in my opinion, is not okay. So basically what I'm trying to say is the Tim Holtz distress sprays are better to use in a journal instead of a canvas. Now, if you're going to use a medium like a gloss over spray or something like that to protect it, then that works. But unfortunately, in my experience with that, it tends to dull the colors, the spray. So there's that too. I'm trying to give you guys some good tips. But I mean, the sprays, I have pretty much the whole line of sprays. I do. But that's just my experience with them. So.
Miss Nuneka said, oh, just a couple things. Miss Nuneka said, Opal Magic waxes are made to work on dark surfaces. And
See?
Miss Tiffany said, hey, Jess. Hey, Kaden.
Hey, Miss Tiffany.
Hey, Miss Tiffany.
Welcome. Thank you so much for coming in. Aw, this is awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. So I thought about adding some splatters into the background. So I was going to use some of the patina effect paste. It's not really that thick, though. Not like you would think a paste would be thick. So I thought about just adding a little bit of splatters. So I think I'm going to do that. And then I know you're probably like, what is this girl doing? I'm going to use some of this effect paste as well. The dark olive is what this one is called. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a scrap piece of plastic here. And I'm going to, yeah, these are good. Add some paste to it.
Miss Teresa said, yes, makes sense. I've had that happen as well.
On the sprays. I'm assuming she's talking about the sprays. Yeah, I was really kind of disappointed. I'm not going to lie. Like, I was really kind of sad when that happened. I was like, well, okay, I guess this one is just staying on the wall then. It's just going to stay on the wall. And I'm going to take a plastic piece and I'm going to cover my elements here so they don't get splattered on. I hope that works. I do have a fan on me right now, so, and I'm going to cover these so they don't get sprayed. So none of my elements get sprayed on. At least that's the idea, right? That's the idea.
Yes, yeah.
All right, so I'm just going to splatter a little bit here in the background to add some interest. I love splatters. I don't know about you guys, but I love splatters. I know for a little bit I was actually making a lot of clean like projects, and I had a couple of people ask me, they're like, Jess, where are your splatters? They're like, what happened to your splatters? And I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I haven't splattered anything for a while. So I made sure to change that. So I'm going to put that one there, and I'm going to take this piece of plastic. Yes, there's blue on the back, but I'm going to use the front part of it. And I'm going to get another, I did have to, oh, there's my second fan brush. Another fan brush. And I'm going to take some of, yep, that's good and liquidy still. Because I know a lot of people lately have been talking about how the texture pastes from Finnabair are drying up. But all you have to do is add a little bit of water to it and done. And stir it up a little bit. That's it. That's all you got to do.
Miss Tiffany said splatters is the gateway technique to mixed media. At least it was for me.
Yes, I am a splatter queen. I love splatters. I know that you do too. You love splatters too. It's just a thing. I think you're absolutely right. It just comes with mixed media. Like if there's not splatters, it's like, wait, huh? What's going on here? So there's my splatters on each one. So there's splatters there. There are splatters here. All right. So make sure, I know someone, I can't remember which live it was, but someone was talking about making sure that you close your jars nice and tight. Like don't just kind of close it like that. Make sure you close it good and tight. So that way there's less air in there. That's what I remember them saying. So there's that. So we are getting there. We are getting pretty close to done here. I'm going to go ahead and use some of the color that I used to distress the dolls and go along the edges of the ATCs. So that way that kind of ties in too. Just a little bit here along the edges. Yep, I think that's good. And I will say about the Finnabair paints and stuff, they do dry really fast. So that is like an upside of her paints. So there's not like a large drying time. I do like that. So there's that one. I just thought I'd add that there at the end. I wasn't going to originally, but I'm like, you know what? That'd probably be a good idea. Let's distress the edges. Real quick. I love the shimmer in that paste. Yeah, I love the shimmer there. Perfect. Oh, I like that. That's very poppy. Very pop. It pops. All right, rusty hinge. There we go. I'm trying to go a little fast. What time are we at, buddy?
It's 11:30.
Oh, okay. We've got plenty of time. We probably won't even take up the next half hour. I do know that there is going to be a live interview next with Nomadic Soul Diaries. So if you want to join that, I'm sure I'm going to be doing that after my live. I'm going to go get on my laptop in my room and check it out. Give them my support. Let's see here. Okay. I thought about adding a little bit of stamping in the background. I don't know. I thought about it. I was thinking it might be a good idea. I know I did it in last night's live with everyone. Just a little bit of random, like, stamping. Like, I'm not going to, like, stamp a whole lot, just a little bit here and there, just to kind of add a little bit more interest to the background, just like that. Easy peasy, done, just like that. All right, cool, cool. So now basically all we really have to do is add all of our elements to each ATC here. That's all we have left to do. And then we will be good.
How's the video quality? Is
Oh,
it
good
better?
question, buddy. Good question.
I sure
Yes.
hope it's better.
I sure hope it's better too. We literally have an Ethernet cord and we're plugged straight into the box. I know the last couple lives we've done have been a little iffy, so I'm really hoping that this solution has worked. I'm like crossing my fingers. Crossing my fingers, literally. I'm going to go on this side because the stamp is right here. And I see there's a little bit of clean area right here. So I'm going to put my frame right over here, like that. So that way there's not a whole lot of empty space. All right. And then with this one, I'm going to go on this side, like that. So that way each ATC is going to be a little different. I think I like the frame better like that.
Miss Tiffany says, I haven't seen any buffering.
Yay! Maybe our solution has worked.
Oh.
Thank goodness. And the quality is okay. It's not like all blurry or anything like that.
Line says, yes, quality has been good so far.
Oh my gosh, you guys have no idea how relieving that is. Seriously, like, oh my goodness. I was stressing out about that last week. I was like, what are we gonna do? I was like, am I not ever going to be on YouTube? Is that what it's like? Is that just the result of this?
Is that what it's come to?
Is that what it's come to? All right, and then this one, I think, which side? I'm thinking this side. Yeah, that side. I like that side. It's speaking to me. Have you guys ever felt like your art speaks to you? Like you're like, no, it's telling me to go here. Have you guys ever felt like that? I know you might be thinking I'm crazy. But I feel like sometimes that the art talks to me. Like it's like, nope, I need to go here. I'm going to have to put this one on this side. Oops. There we go. There's that one. Oops. Some plastic stuck to me there. All right. So. Yeah, I don't know if anyone has ever felt like that before. Like their art kind of talks to them. I'm going to be using the paper dolls on each ATC as well. They're all a little different and unique on their own. So I got to make sure I use my brown ones on my green and my green ones on the brown. I hope I did that right. Am I? I don't know. I think I actually did these two wrong. Actually, I think I messed those up because I got brown on this one and the green's supposed to go over there. I just realized what I did there. I think I can very quickly pick these up and just move them. See, just just move it. No problem. No problem. At least it wasn't down for a long time. Perfect. See, I wait. No. Oh my goodness. Excuse me, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Yes.
The old switcheroo.
I think I got this right now. Maybe I need to keep my... There.
Maybe.
Okay. So the greens are here and the browns are here. You got to laugh at yourself sometimes too, guys. You got to be able to laugh at yourself. Okay, so brown here, green there, brown here, green, right? Right, yes. I am a little dyslexic. I'm not going to lie to you there either. I am dyslexic. So I do have my quotes over here that I wanted to add to each ATC somewhere. I did handwrite these. My handwriting is not the best. I know. I'm not one of those handwriters, those fancy like handwriters. You know what I'm saying?
Calligraphers.
Yeah, yeah. You said it, buddy.
No
You said it.
calligraphy.
No calligraphy. Yeah, I can't even say it.
Calligraphy.
I can't even say it. Calligraphy. Yes. All right. So this wing would have to go on that side. That wing would have to go there, and then opposite. See, right? Am I right? Am I right? Oh, I got two of the same wing there. Oh well, whatever. We gotta make it work. We gotta make it work. All right. So let's go with the brown flowers first. Let's get the green ones done, so that way I don't confuse anything else. Let's see here. I do get, I do get my flowers handmade. I will have Kaden add the link to her Instagram account. She makes absolutely beautiful handmade flowers, and these are her flowers.
Who is it again? It's Lena Feng.
Yep, you got it, buddy. You got it. That's her. She makes beautiful flowers. So I pretty much stopped buying Prima flowers because of it. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to support a fellow artist, and I'm just gonna buy her flowers. So those are the flowers that I will mostly be using in my projects. So just a little FYI there. She is amazing, amazing, amazing.
There we go.
I might add the wing. I might not. It was just a piece that I thought about adding. I wasn't sure if I was going to or not.
Miss Teresa said there are no mistakes in art.
There are no mistakes in art. You're absolutely right. Thank you for that. You know, all of us artists sometimes need to be reminded that not everything has to be perfect. Not everything has to, you know, make sense, if that makes sense.
Miss Karen said, "Hi Jeff, your ATCs are looking so pretty."
Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. I am following the Nomadic Soul Diaries challenge for the month of April for these ATCs. So I do have the link to the challenge in the description box, but I can have Mr. Caden link the challenge again. He does have everything ready, so he can just, yeah, he can get her done. Does anyone have any questions or anything so far? I'm thinking the bigger doll for the bigger frame, smaller doll for the smaller frame. And they don't have to be all the same. So she can sit down on the frame a little bit more than the other ones, because each doll is a little bit different sized. Like they're not all the same size. So there's that. Let's see, maybe bigger flower at the bottom and smaller flower up top. And then I have these little miniature roses here, where this one was going to go with that one, because the bigger rose is the darker green, which all of the flowers actually are going with the color palette as well. Just an FYI for everyone. I did try to make sure that all the elements are following the challenge parameters. Just putting that out there. So, and you can always cut any extra of the stem off, you know, so I might end up actually cutting some of the stem off. Just depends on how it comes out. That's basically where we're going to be putting everything. I don't know. I might need to add some backing on her. Looks like there's a little piece of something to pop out there. How much time do we have, buddy?
20 minutes.
20 minutes. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good, because we're going to glue these on, because I like I said, I know there's another live coming up in 20 minutes. It's going to be an interview with Nomadic Soul Diaries. So I want to make sure I am able to join that and support that as well, because you guys are out here supporting me. Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you everyone for coming and seeing me today. Have no idea. Thank you. Thank you. I don't know, I'm thinking of adding, she might sit on there just fine though. To be honest, I have a feeling she's going to sit just fine as long as I put her on there just right.
Couple questions here. Miss
Yeah.
Karen asks, if you were to mail these to trade, what type of envelope would you use?
I would put them in a padded envelope.
And
I have been in a couple ATC trades, so I would put them in a padded envelope.
Miss Tiffany, I'm sorry, Miss Tiffany asks, what brand are those pictures?
Oh, they are from Tim Holtz. They are the Tim Holtz paper dolls. I've had these for probably at least a couple years now too. I haven't used them a whole lot, like in general. Like I haven't used a lot of his paper dolls, but I'm starting to use them a little bit more, obviously, because they're in my, they're in my stash, so I need to use them. What's up? Did you have another one, buddy?
I did not actually. It was only
Okay.
Miss Karen and Miss Tiffany for now.
Yes, I would use a padded envelope, and honestly, I would probably go ahead and put some bubble wrap around these as well to kind of help protect them and to make sure that like nothing got smushed or damaged.
Smoosh.
Because I don't want them to get damaged. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anything, coming off or, falling off or anything like that. So, and then she's going to go there like that, kind of just chilling out in the frame there.
Miss Tiffany says, I used to find them creepy, but I love them now. I need to get them.
Right, I know. And he's come out with a few different collections of them, but this is the only collection of the paper doll I have. I know he has some like around Halloween time. He's got like some witches and stuff. I don't have that one. I just have this one. I actually recently was trying to find them. So maybe around Halloween time this year, maybe I'll be able to find them and get a hold of them finally. But I want to say there's like at least two or three different collections of these paper dolls. I'm pretty sure. I mean, don't quote me on it, but I think there are a few different collections of them.
Miss Teresa asks, will you be doing a video regarding the grand opening of your new shop?
I do have a video clip on my Instagram account. I've thought about doing an unmolding video of some of the molds. I would have to create them and make sure, yeah, and just not unmold them until I have the video. But I do have a video clip of some of the molds, and yeah, on my Instagram and Facebook actually. But yeah, that's funny you asked that because I thought about doing an unmolding video. So I might actually put some molds together this week then and do that. I appreciate that question. Thank you for asking. All right, so there's the general composition of the brown ones. Okay. Oh, wait, did I? Yeah, I did glue her down. Maybe I need to glue her down a little bit more. Add some more glue.
Maybe just a little bit.
Because she wants to move. Yeah, see, that's much better. I can already feel how it's better.
Miss Tiffany, I'm sorry. Miss Karen said, I've never molded, but after last week and today, I'm wanting to try it.
It is a process. I mean, I'm not gonna, lie to you. When I first started doing it, it was kind of frustrating, to be honest. I didn't much care for it. It was very messy. It was very like time consuming, and then you have, depending upon what kind of resin you use, you have to wait for like anywhere between 8 to 12 hours. I personally, at the moment, am using that kind of the clear coating one. And the clear coating, honestly, I'm going to tell you, I think is really cool compared to some of the other casting resin you can get. You can get the white casting resin. But with the clear casting resin, the cool thing about the clear, let me tell you, is if you paint the back of your mold, if you just paint the back of your mold, you don't paint the front or any of the sides or anything, it gives it a glass effect. So it kind of looks like stained glass. I hope that makes sense. Maybe I'll do that in a video as well, and I'll show you guys kind of that cool effect, like what that effect, like the possibilities of that. It's really kind of cool.
Just a couple things. Miss Karen said, "Hi everyone,"
Hey, hey,
Miss
welcome,
Karen
Miss
to me.
Karen.
and Miss Teresa said, "Oh, please plan a grand opening video here. I would love to share."
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I will actually start. I'll get on top of that this coming week. I have a lot of photos and stuff to take today of projects I've completed and stuff like that. I kind of got to catch up on some of the background type stuff. Um, but yeah, I will. That's a great idea. Thank you so much for the ideas. I love it, guys. I love it. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. I really, really do. And then there's that flower there. I feel like he kind of just sticks out. Like, I don't know. He'll be okay, though. Okay, I kind of like, okay, he looks a little better like that. He, she, whatever you want to call him. You know, I talk to my art supplies. Do you guys talk to your art supplies? Am I the only one who does this? Like, do you talk to your art pieces?
That's fun.
Right, so now I'm taking my handwritten quotes from the inspiration this month. Creative people color outside the lines, and I'm just going to go ahead and distress the edges a bit with the colors that I used throughout the whole project. And I'm going to add these quotes in, so make sure I use all the elements of the challenge to inspire me. And they are kind of long. I mean, as far as like what the ATC is, but I felt that it was important this morning to make sure to use the quote. And like I said, I did color outside the lines with the dolls. Those are, that's coloring outside the lines. That's my inspiration. Those would go here. And then these last ones here. Oh, what happened there? That's weird. Okay. All right, then the rusty hinge is going to go just lightly distress it. I'm sure these are not, so some of these techniques I've used today are not new techniques. But just lightly kind of go across the edge. You don't want to go with it like this because then you're going to end up coloring in more of your surface. So you just kind of want to take it like that and kind of leave it flat like that and go along the edges of it here. See, got a nice little edge of color there. Then close it up because you don't want your ink pad to sit out and dry, because as we all know, these ink pads can be kind of pricey. So we got to take care of our products. Even though we're busy in the moment and we just want to go, 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 go and craft, we got to make sure to take care of what we have too. So I'm just curling my, I know a lot of there, I have had a few people say, oh, that's a cool technique by curling the words there.
Miss Teresa says, "I talk to many inanimate objects."
See, I'm not the only one. Yay! Let's see here. I'm trying to figure out where would be the best place for these. I kind of like it there, but I don't think it sits quite right. I don't know if I like it covering the frame. Or maybe I could just kind of make it not curved and just lightly put it on top. What do you guys think? What are your thoughts on that? See, it doesn't sit, it'll sit flat. Once I put some glue on it and attach it to the top, it will sit flat, I promise. I know it looks kind of like it's teetering right now, but that's just because there isn't any glue on the back to keep it on top. So if I did that, then it would be on top. Okay, see, that one's sitting more flat. That's how that one would, oh, well, yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know if I liked it covering the frame, guys. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Kitty cat, you can hear the jingle jangle. What do you guys think? I think I can still kind of move my frames a little bit if I wanted to put it down. So I could add it to the top. So there is that idea. So you can always kind of change things up a little bit as long as they're not permanently down to, yeah. What do you guys think? I kind of like that. I liked moving the frame a bit there. and adding it to the top where it's kind of blank. I hope that makes sense. I didn't have I didn't have the full layout ready. If yeah, that
Miss Karen said that way, smiley face.
that way. Okay. All right. So the brown goes with the green. Again, I did that. I did that thing, right? Am I doing that thing again, guys? Because this was the brown ATC, so they technically get the green, and then these get the brown. Okay. Got to keep it together here. Keep it together, Jess.
Come on.
I am working on 4 different ATCs, so I hope you can understand where that comes in. Maybe just a little bit of curve. Just a little bit of curve there. Okay.
Miss Gabby says, I have to say goodbye. I'm sorry. See you later.
All right, Miss Gabby, thank you for coming in. We're pretty much done anyways. This was the last bit that needed to be added. You have a great day. Thank you for coming in and supporting me. Thank you so much. We are almost done. We're just adding the sentiment here. That's all we're doing. I'm just adding a little bit of glue to the back of each one. Like on the sides, you don't want to put glue all over it. So just on the sides there.
Put glue all over it. You just drown it.
Yeah, it will actually, it might end up sticking in the middle, and I don't want that to happen. I'm just giving it a little bit of oomph, so that way they don't sit like super flat. If anybody knows me, I really don't like flat stuff. I like 3D type things. I'm a big 3D person. I do create shadow boxes and all kinds of stuff like that. I just ordered some Stampura products from My Rusty Crown. I guess Stampura just came out with a couple of like houses and a new book, like a mixed media book. So I actually went ahead and ordered those out of the My Rusty Crown store because her stuff goes fast. So if you want it, you gotta get it quickly too, because otherwise it's gonna be gone. So I made sure, and I did get some rice papers, Nuneka. I got some rice papers. Yay! I know we were talking about that in a live, I think a couple weeks ago or something. And we were talking about how it's hard to get a hold of Stampura products over here. At least for me. Yeah, at least for me.
Yeah.
So these are standing up a little bit more than I want them to. But hopefully with some time and the glue sticking, they won't pop out too terribly much. All right. So I don't know if we can add the wings. I'm not sure. What do you think, guys? I could add the wings like right here. Oh yeah, that kind of works. That kind of works. This wing, unfortunately, would be upside down though, because it is. I do have 2 of the same. Wait, not this one. Wait, the brown goes over. No, it doesn't.
Miss Karen asks, whose store is My Rusty Crown? You mentioned it yesterday for Old Delusion stencils.
Yeah, My Rusty Crown. It's an online store here in the States. It's spelled just like that. MYRUSTYCROWN. It's an online store. She has some of the best prices. Like you won't find any better prices for the product.
She was asking who she is, like whose store is
Can you say Martina Litterio? MARTINALITTERO. It is her store. And she's a wonderful lady. She's very supportive. If there's ever any product that you want, by the way, she will do her best to get a hold of it for you. So there's that too. So just an FYI. She will try her best to get it for you if she can. But with an online store, you have to remember that she has to buy in a certain quantity. So she would have to buy multiples of an item. So if it's going to be popular enough, of course, she'll go ahead and buy a few. And depending upon what store she's buying from, depends upon how many how many of the product that she has to buy. That kind of bothers me that this wing is the same as that wing. I'm not gonna lie, like that bothers me. My CDO is kicking in big time. Should I add a wing to this one or just keep it different? Because that one's getting me. But other than that, guys, these ATCs are done. It's just that wing. I went ahead, I was like, you know what? We'll just add the wing in here. But that wing's kind of bothering me. Maybe I should add it like that. That looks okay. I can live with that. I can I can live with that. We'll go ahead and add it.
Miss Karen said, Jess, if you and that, my internet feed went out. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
no problem. No problem. I know how it is. Believe me, I know how it is. The last couple, or before this weekend, some of my lives did not go very smoothly. I was really distraught about that. Seriously. Seriously distraught. All right. So here are the ATCs, everyone. Let's see. I hope the camera is able to catch them. But this is that ATC. And there's that one. Pardon my dirty hands. Crafty dirty hands. Those are those two ATCs. And then here are these. Whoop, boop, boop. Don't want to drop them. Then here are these two ATCs. All right. Look good? Look good?
Miss Teresa said, they turned out beautifully. So glad I found your channel. Personality is a key factor in what videos I watch. Bad manners, type of voice, too much babble are no's for me. Thank you for sharing.
You're very welcome. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for your support. Truly, it means a lot to me. It really, really does. And like I said, the Just a Matter of Crafts mold store opens tomorrow. I hope to add some stencils to the store eventually as well. And Miss Nuneka and Aditi do have a live interview coming up in the next hour. So if you are interested in interviews with fellow artists, please go ahead and follow the Nomadic Soul Diaries Instagram page, and you will get updates on all of the interviews. So
real quick, what's her name again? Just her last name.
Littero.
Ero. Okay.
Martina Laterio.
I'm typing it in the.
Yeah, no worries. You're good. Yes, she has a fabulous store at My Rusty Crown. You can't beat her prices. No one can beat her prices. So, yeah, that's all I can really say about that. But anyways, we're done. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming out, and thank you for your support. I appreciate you so much. Mwah. Have a wonderful and blessed day, guys. I'll see you later.